Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to something I do extremely often. A video with commentary. Can you believe it? I dusted off my microphone to do a video for you, so unique. No, for real now. I'm extremely tired, it's almost 8 AM, and I'm editing this video because SummerSlam was actually quite interesting, quite fun, and quite good. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a review on this one. I really appreciate it, so it deserves one. Now, like I said, very tired. I want to go to bed, so I'll be as fast and snappy as I can be. I won't go spot for spot. That's not my thing. Even if I wasn't sleepy, that's still not my thing. So if you want that type of YouTuber commentary, this is not the channel for you, okay? I'm just going to call 1-2 spots per match, say what I thought about the match, and I'll be done, okay? So, without further ado, let's start. The first match was Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's title. And what can I say about these two ladies? They are terrific performers. They always go out there and put on a terrific match. They have a lot of chemistry. And it was wonderful. What can I say? The thing that I noticed the most in this matchup was how Bianca was extremely driven. She really wanted to get the victory, and that was a really nice new element into this, because she wanted to get revenge for what happened 1 year ago when Becky came back and, defeated her for the title. So she was always, like Edge would say, there's a lot of grit in this scenario. There's a lot of grit in this matchup. And the two ladies are going at it. There was a great leg drop on the barricade from Becky Lynch to Bianca. There was a great KOD on the outside. And then there was a great Spanish fly from Bianca to Becky into another KOD, 1, 2, 3. It was great. It was around 20 minutes. It was a very fun match. Very back and forth, and actually felt very real, And that's the point. It felt like the two ladies wanted to kill each other. It was physical. It was smooth, as always. They have a lot of chemistry. It was a great match. And after the match was done, Becky Lynch came into the ring and was like, shake my hand. So Becky Lynch extended her hand, and Bianca was like, looking at the crowd. The crowd was like, no, don't do it. No, don't do it. But, of course, Bianca did it, because she's the babyface. And Becky actually shook her hand, and they hugged it out. And it was a very wholesome moment of Becky feeling very devastated for losing the matchup, but, understanding that Bianca was the better woman, and she deserved to win. So it was all fine and dandy. It was a lovely moment. And then Bailey's music hits. And then the Kodakai music hits. And then Hio Shirai music hits. And I'm like, Paul Levesque, what are you doing? Your fingerprint is all over my damn TV. And they all come out and they have a face-off with Bianca and Becky, and then of course that Bailey leaves and tells her stooges to leave with her. So we have a new faction, it seems. It was a great moment. Bailey is still a heel, clearly. She was how do you say it? Smash mouthing? She was bad mouthing Bianca on the way to the ring, talking bad things about her. Still a heel. Really nice moment. Then we had Logan Paul versus The Miz that came out with Maryse and poor old Tommaso Ciampa that deserves much better than to be in this situation. But whatever, I digress. They come out in this vomit, fluorescent green thingy. I don't like it, but whatever. They come out and Logan Paul comes out and has the face heel dynamic. People want to boo him. because of who he is. I'm not here to judge that. I'm here to judge what he did in the ring, and what he did in the ring was very good. Like, he's extremely athletic. He was all over the place. He even did a figure four leg lock, and he did the most amazing, like seriously, 5-star frog splash from the top turnbuckle onto the announce table where the Miz was, and it was picture perfect. Like, if RBD did this, we wouldn't blink an eye, because it was that damn good. Logan Paul is extremely surprising me. Like, seriously, he's great. He's great. If he continues to improve this way, and if he continues to be on the show, I think he will be a very big part of the future for the WWE. Either way, they do the amazing spot on the announce table. They go back into the ring. Then Tommaso Ciampa goes into brawling mode with AJ Styles. They go fight on the crowd and they leave. They don't appear any longer. Not any longer anymore. Language, please. Language, yes. English, please. I'm sleepy, I'm sorry. They go fighting through the crowd and they disappear. Then The Miz tries to hit Logan Paul with his Polaroid card thingy, within the case thingy. And Logan Paul dodges. So The Miz almost hits Maurice. And then Logan Paul is like, haha, skull crushing finale on The Miz. 1, 2, 3. Logan Paul wins. Predictable, but very nice. I really enjoyed this match, and seriously, Logan Paul, whatever you wanna say about the guy, he's putting on performances after performances, and I got no problem with that. Yeah? Really good. Then we had Austin Theory, because I refuse to call him just Theory, against Bobby Lashley for the US title. And, I really like Theory. I really do. But this match should have been a little bit more, Theory attacked him before the bell rung. He attacked him with the case, and Bobby Lashley was like on the ground and selling. And Austin Theory was like on top of him, but the advantage didn't last for long because Bobby Lashley is a big sweaty man, and he just turned him around. And he started dominating, and then Theory was trying to escape. Then he took his briefcase and tried to run away. Bobby didn't let him. Then Theory tried to do his through the ropes drop kick thingy, which Bobby Lashley intercepted him, picked him up. A nice transition into the Earth Lock. Theory taps. Lashley is still the US champion. Well, the result was predictable. The match was also predictable and what had to be, but I just wanted it to be a little bit longer, because Theory is very good in the ring, man. Let him go. And I know he's against Bobby Lashley. I know that. But this match just feels, underdeveloped, if I say so. There was a little bit more juice to take out of this match. But it is what it is. The right person won. Bobby Lashley definitely should continue as the US champion. Then we have the Mysterios versus Judgement Day in a no DQ match. Ooh, I wonder what will happen. Actually, my prediction for this match was that Judgement Day would attack Dominic Mysterio before the match, and then Edge would come back with Beth Phoenix. And it will be like 3-on-3, with Rhea Ripley also taking participation in this match, but that's not what happened, and fine, I'm just fantasy booking way too much apparently. So it was a very back and forth match, as you expect. Judgment Day took the lead, then the Mysterios worked from underneath to try to get the advantage, all tags and all of that jazz. And then Rhea Ripley decided to show in this match, and she tripped both Mysterios, which was hilarious, which gave the advantage to Judgment Day. And then the lights go out. Oh, it's Bray Wyatt. Of course it's not Bray Wyatt. I'm sorry, but it's not Bray Wyatt. And Edge comes out with his with this weird theme song that sounds a little bit like The Brood, but it also doesn't sound like The Brood. It comes out, he does two amazing spears, like, he hits the rope so fast. It was insane. Like, how is this guy? He's like 47. He's in amazing shape as always. It just hits, like I was saying, Ed just hits these two amazing spears, like with tremendous speed, and then he sets up the 619, and there's 619. Mysterio does his toad splash thingy. He almost fails. It was kind of weird, but there's an explanation for that apparently. The air was very humid, and like a bunch of performers slipped, so I guess that's the cause. Like, it was very humid, so yep. It is what it is. It was a very fun match. It is what you expect. There's 4 good performers in the ring, with Edge added up and Rhea Ripley at ringside. Fun match was what it was, and the Mysterios win. Then we had bum ass Epic Corbin versus Pat McAfee. I don't know how to say his name. Pat, good old Pat. And like, seriously, Pat McAfee, I'm just going to call him Pat, because that's embarrassing how I call his second name. Pat is an amazing athlete, and like, Pat and Logan Paul are 2 outside WWE guys, and they are very entertaining to watch in the ring. I'm just going to say. So the match starts with Pat just super kicking Epic Corbin, and it was extremely nice. It looked very real, like he legit knocked him out, and he just pounced from there, and it went, and it was a very high intensity match, with Pat doing his typical backflip from the top rope spot. That looks great, but Epic Corbin knew he would do that, so he just did this vicious looking dropkick onto Pat, and Pat saw that greatly. Then there was a referee distraction, and Pat went for the ball, and bam, just like a nice kick in the balls. The Miz would be proud of that, or not, because, you know, balls. What am I talking about? Then Pat McAfee, I will only call him Pat. Call him only Pat, you potato. Pat tries to do some sort of Canadian destroyer, but it was just, you know, Canadian. There was no destroyer part, and he did that into a pinning combination. It looked odd, okay? He slipped again. The ropes were a mess, so let's not judge. And 1, 2, 3, and Pat wins. Like, it was a little bit sloppy, but not like ugly. Like, Pat still did very good. He is very impressive. He's a great athlete, and he's a tremendous babyface. So I like the match. The slip-ups only added to the element of danger of this match, and it was very nice. No complaints here. The right guy won again. So then we had the Usos versus the Street Profits for the 7,000th time for the Undisputed Tag Team titles. Like, these two cannot have a bad match, but just adding Jeff Jarrett as a special referee does not make this exciting to watch. Like, it was a good match, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the fact that Montez Ford was clearly a little bit out of it. I mean, he was showing a uncertainty in his look, which I think will play into the program that they're going to do next, and that was cool. He seemed a little bit unhinged, you know? A little bit out of it. A little bit anxious. And all over the place. And that was cool, you know? And he was really frustrated when he hit this amazing frog splash like he always does. And it wasn't a 3. It was 1, 2, 2.5, 2.99999, but it wasn't a 3. And the look on his face, he was, what's the word, distraught? He was broken, okay? He felt broken. The match, it is what you expect it to be, you know? Jeff Jarrett was a little bit involved in the beginning, but not too much after that. He was pretty neutral. And yeah, the Usos hit the 1D while Montez Ford was on the outside to Angelo Dawkins, and 1, 2, 3. And yeah, Montez Ford was broken and mad, and great selling on the part of Montez Ford. Great selling on the facials there. I really enjoyed it. That part, at least, the match was good, but I'm just tired of seeing this match, you know. I still like the Money in the Bank match more than this. If you want to see a match from these two teams, I would recommend that one. But this match was also good. These two cannot have a bad match. I'm just tired of it, you know. Then, out of nowhere, Matthew Riddle comes out, and he's mad, and he wants Seth Rollins' ass. Probably to smoke it. I don't know what Riddle wants to do with it. Probably kick it. I don't know. So Seth Rollins comes out, and he's acting like he's mad. Oh, I don't want to be here. But then he makes a beeline towards the ring, and they has fight, and it's pretty one-sided, and there's a curb stomp, and that's it. What the hell was that? Moving on, then we have Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's title. Well, what can I say? This match was, in my opinion, very good. Everything looked very snug, very real, very intense. It was very short as well, but it was very intense. I like that. I don't care if it is a short match, as long as they have a lot crammed into it, and this match just flew by, because I really enjoyed it. Liv was always trying to outmaneuver Ronda Rousey, that is obviously an MMA fighter, and much more experienced than Liv Morgan, and it was seriously lovely. I really enjoyed this match. Some people are very disappointed with the finish, and I'm gonna tell you the finish right now. So basically, Ronda Rousey has the disarmor thingy on Liv's arm, and Liv is like, "Oh, I'm going to quit." But oh no, Ronda Rousey's shoulders are on the mat, so the referee starts counting. 1, 2, 3, but Liv is tapping, and then they show the replay, and Liv actually taps out before the 3. So Ronda Rousey was actually stolen of the title. So Ronda Rousey is pissed. So she puts the disarmor thingy again on Liv Morgan. She wants to break her arm. And then the referee comes, and Ronda Rousey does the disarmor thingy on the referee as well. And Ronda Rousey is mad and pissed and unhinged, and it's nice. It's nice because Liv escaped the battle with Ronda Rousey. So Liv is going to be like, "Oh, but you don't deserve a rematch now because da 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 da." And Ronda is going to say, "Oh, but you tapped out before the 3, so I deserve a rematch." So there's a reason for a rematch. And sure, it's not the best of finishes, but it's better than just to beat Liv Morgan, you know? So obviously maybe a surprise roll-up for Liv would be better, but I don't dislike this ending. It's fine. It's fine. And then of course we have the main event for the Undisputed WWE Universal Championship of the world and the galaxies and all of the above and beyond, and it's 2 titles. Calm down. It's 2 titles. Just Undisputed title. That's it. Calm down. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for the 7,000th time as well. Just like the Usos versus the Street Profits. I was not in the mood to watch this match, but to their credit, they pulled it off. It was a lovely last man standing match. You had a lot of false finishes, a lot of 9 counts, a lot of tables being broken, the Usos appearing. You had Paul Heyman taking a lovely F5 through the announce table. Poor announce table. the second one of the night also got broken in half. Paul Heyman took a hell of a bump. He's gonna get a nice payment, I hope. That was great. Roman Reigns just hitting Brock Lesnar with both titles. And then we had the highlight of the match for me, because I had never seen it. So Brock Lesnar came out with a truck, because it's Ultimate Pharma Boy. And it comes out with this tractor, not truck, tractor. And like, he lifts off the ring, and Roman Reigns take this amazing bump. Like, it seemed like a tumbleweed, on the wind. It was great. It was wonderful. Majestic. And it was seriously something I have never seen. It was lovely, and I know that will be part of WWE's library for a long time. They're going to show that moment quite a few times, I'm certain of it. It was really nice. And obviously the ring was broken, so they were just fighting outside of the ring. And then yeah, the Usos were there, so the numbers game ended up being too much, even for Brock Lesnar. So they ended up stacking things on top of Brock, and until Brock could not move, and he was under all the rubble. They buried him under 7,000 things, and that was it. That was a 10. I don't think that's how it works, because the Usos and also Roman were throwing things on top of Brock while the referee was counting. I think the referee should have started the countdown again, but he didn't, because WWE is never coherent with its own rules. But despite that, it was a good match. I really enjoyed it. It was physical, it was nasty, and it was nice. It had a moment I had never seen before, so it was creative as well. And, I hope this is the last time. I'm tired of this. It was a nice way to end this rivalry. Just end it, please. So yeah, that's it. Look at me, slurring all over the place because I'm so sleepy I can barely talk in a coherent way. And I'm almost gasping for air because, I'm very sleepy. Either way, that was my review of SummerSlam 2022. That rhymed, but I ain't a rapper, I think. Did that rhyme? I don't even know. I'm so tired, I don't even know if that rhymed. I really enjoyed it. That was a great first premium live event for Triple H to show us. I cannot wait for what we will see in the future. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Oh, and have a great day as well. I'm going to sleep.